Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever wondered how to follow along a World Chess Championship match? How do you even learn from two of the best players in the world? Sometimes I watch a game, I don't really know what's happening, but how do we study from the best? Magnus Carlsen, he's not interested in playing the format. So in comes Nepo versus Ding. China #1 versus Russia #1. I'm going to turn on the engine during certain key moments of the game and then explain my thought process, explain how I follow a World Championship match. So this video, you're going to learn when to use the engine, how best to use it, when to ask an important question. Let's begin. With the white pieces, Ding, Liren, and with black, we have Nepo. So first up, this video, we're going to focus on one game, but there'll be certain moments where I turn on the engine, and so can you. This is how you can apply the way I use the chess engine to make your own chess better. Let's have a look. We have the English opening, very high class opening, played at the top level. Ding Liren wants to get the center with d4. Bishop b4, we hit the knight and queen c2. So far, Ding is down in the match. Gigantic decision here, watch this. He takes, and now you take with the queen, right? You take with the queen, right? Wrong. He actually takes with the pawn. Here's the first moment where I use the engine. So at the moment it's just level. You can see option 1, option 2, they are both the same. Don't be so worried if you play even option 3, doesn't really matter. The top 3 options are good. If you take with the queen, it's a different route. If you take with the pawn, and it's still 0-0. So now we turn it off. The reason I do that is because, well, at the moment nothing's happening. Maybe play a few more moves, then turn the engine back on, then check in what it says, and then you keep asking questions. d6, we get the center, right? We get the center, right? Wrong. e4. You actually play this move, so then you get the bishop out. So this was another key moment. So notice, you might be thinking, we are 6 moves in. Why does William keep asking questions? Well, that's what chess is. You keep asking questions. If I go d4, the engine doesn't even like it. And I have a feeling why. If I just keep playing normal moves, right, this bishop absolutely sucks. Watch this. Here, this moves, let's say down here. I mean, look at the engine. It started at 0. Now I'm down about 2 points. And really, I'm not down any pawns. But this bishop absolutely sucks. So if I go back here, let's just go back to the game. I've got to change it up. And if we look at the engine, e4 is actually the top choice. d4 actually sucks, as you can see. What a drop. What a drop. e4, then we're going to get the bishop out a different way, and then bishop e2. Time to turn the engine off. Now, what's happening? Well, the knight comes in the center. It comes to f4, I mean. d4. Knight comes in, take, and castle. Here we go. Now, if I turn on the engine, white is given a small plus. You see, it says 0.6, don't worry. Anything more than 1 or -1, so +1 would be as if you're up a pawn for white, -1 down a pawn. Well, up a pawn for black. Now here, don't even look at this. Maybe white's a bit better. Yeah, a tiny bit. White's got the center. We turn it off. So you can hear myself asking questions in certain moments. And then turning it back off, then you're thinking with your own mind. That's a key skill when you use the chess engine. Queen f6, you want to get space. Rook e1 and rook e8. Now here was a key moment. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Okay? So at the moment, it's nothing. Plus 0.3. I just told you if it's +1, then you need to start looking. g5. Can you see it just moves up? Why? You see, I thought this was a good idea for black because you get space. No. White's now better, and now watch this. You get more space. Can you see what a drop? As if I just chucked a pawn. This move is basically saying to me, I just lost a pawn. What do you mean? I'm just trying to attack you. Watch this move. Knight h2. You can even see it here as given. I'm highlighting it. Why is this a good move? Well, this is how I learn. You retreat a knight, and this bishop now attacks the pawn, and I'm thinking, well, why not here? What a jump. What a jump. Look at this. Plus 1.6, and now plus 0.6. Like I've lost 0.6 of a pawn because I played the wrong move. What a retreating move here. Queen d1, hit the pawn. And if you go here, this absolutely sucks. So many holes around the king side. This is going to be so weak. You can move the bishop here, that's what it says, then drop it back, something like this. Take, I might take with the queen or the knight. Both look pretty good. And this knight is absolutely perfect. That's why you can see it says plus 2.6. It's as if I'm up 3 pawns. What does that even mean? It means, well, you're up so much, and look at black's pawns. They suck. They can't actually move. Let's go back to the game. We turn it off. So that's how I'm using the engine. Asking a question, we try again. Rook e1. Let's have a look. Rook e8. Okay, bishop here. Drop the knight back. All looks good. And cool moment here. Watch this. Now it does say queen a4 as the top move, but this is a normal motif in these openings. You go c5. You see the engine, it just went 0.8 to 0.4. Not to worry, you don't say that's a blunder. It's not even in the top 2 options, but I know it from experience. These 2 double pawns suck. Now because they suck, you actually give one up. Why? Because when the pawn captures, you go e5, and now we get this pawn chain. You can see the blue arrows. The queen needs to move, and then we get the center. So can you see d5 and h3 are the top options? You get the center, and it's actually back to level. You see, that's the thing. Black's actually up a pawn, but the engine gives level. Let's turn it off. Rook to the center, c4. Now the knight is stranded on the left. Turns out Nepo gives yourself a retreat square. We bring it back. h3, hit the bishop. Okay, tactical defense. All right, watch this, guys. I turn it back on just to prove to you that I'm calculating correctly, and so can you. That's how we use the chess engine. Watch this. Active defense. Rook e7 was played. Get the rook in the game. Looks good. Rook takes e5. Watch the engine totally drop, because you've just chucked a rook for a bishop. You can see it's now +2 from 0 to plus. Oh, 0 to +2 because you played the wrong move. You take it. Check. Take. 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 Queens come off, and then now white is winning. Rook for bishop. And you can see +2.6. Let's go back a few moves and we turn off the engine again. On and off, we keep going. So queen here, keep an eye on the pawn, drop the bishop back, good move, level. Okay, let's keep going a little bit. f6 is a pretty good move. e6, all right. So key moment here, the knight comes back in the game. We double rooks, okay. So this was actually a key moment. And yeah, big idea, because I didn't even know about this. Watch, have a look. Here, white should actually trade bishops, and then white might be a tiny bit better because of this gorgeous pawn chain. He did not trade bishops. Now there's a big difference. See, I'm learning. I didn't notice. You don't trade bishops. Why? I don't know. I'm going to keep playing the top choice, or maybe play something that I want to think of. Maybe move the king. I don't know what to do. King here. Okay, here, maybe. Here, let's just see the idea. Maybe you get space, something like this. Here. Here. Oh, you go g4. Oh dear. See? Oops. I've just lost. Bit silly of me, you know, just to lose. You can see, look at the engine drop. So that's how we use the engine. Let's keep going. Right, let's go back a little bit. So it turns out he should trade the bishop, something like this. Let me keep going a little bit here. I just want to check it out because I don't really understand it. Maybe the queen slides over, something like this here. Just want to see the point here. Here, and you go h5 probably. Here, maybe move the rook back, something like this. Right. And if we compare the piece quality, this bishop is better than this one. Right, let's go back to the game. We turn it off. So that was a really difficult moment. To be honest with you, I don't still fully understand it, but that's okay. You just keep trying, use the engine. your judgment will get better and better as to when to turn the engine on and off. Never have the engine on all the time. You're not actually using your brain. Let's go back to the game here. Knight f5, so not the best move. We said, well, engine says retreat the bishop because it's actually better than this. Now, Ding actually gets his chance. They come off, and watch this, guys. Watch this. Blunder coming up. And when we see a blunder, the engine shoots up. The number shoots up. Watch this. So queen there defends. All right, here's another key moment because I was not looking. Now, white's a little bit better, but nothing to worry about. Plus 0.7 doesn't matter. Don't even look at this number if it is less or more than 1. So anything plus 1 or minus 1, you look at it. Here, watch this, guys. You see this arrow? Wrong. And it just shoots down. Plus 3.3, because I wasn't looking when I was checking this game. Because I was thinking in this moment, why not go g5, defend the pawn? Well, I'm not looking. I just chuck that pawn, and that knight is in trouble anyway. You might defend, and then you might retreat the knight. The game goes on. Right, here, watch this, guys. Queen h6, the queen comes over. g5 is a move, but Nepo now blundered. Watch this drop. g5 is possible here to defend the pawn. Normal move. Blunder. Watch. It goes from 0.2 to 3.8. That's a plus 3.6 jump. It's as if you just chucked 3 pawns, as if you chucked a knight. Why is this a blunder? Well, you can see the engine say the answer. Not an easy move to make, guys, but that's okay. We turn on the engine to ask ourselves the question, to also check. We take the knight. Ignore the green arrow, that was just me thinking in the wrong way. Why do we give up rook for knight? Because we look at the blue arrow and you can see it as the top engine line. Knight comes in, then we're going to take the pawn. And you can see it's now plus 4.6. Gigantic advantage for white. Let's turn it off now. Why is this a big advantage? The knight is better than the rook. The knight can hop in. Let's get the square, take. We're going to come in on one of the squares. I was thinking just come in c6. So now, because I'm not sure, you see, I turn it on. Now, why is that okay? Not chosen, maybe take this one. g4, didn't see that, see? That's why I turn it on. If take, well, this looks pretty dangerous. Maybe slide it, oh yes, see? I'm not looking, but that's okay. I use the engine to check. Turns out black is the one getting the attack, and I have just wasted my time on the left. What am I doing with the knight? The knight should be in the game. So if we go back to the real position here, Ding played a winning option. The knight comes to f5, and can you see we're now back up to plus 5.5. It's as if we're up a rook. And there's a certain truth to that because this rook is doing nothing, right? We turn it off. Rook goes to h7, queen e4. Threatening a tactic. Just want to show you. Have a look. Plus 6.8. If black plays the wrong move, you can see a huge jump. 6.8 to 9.8. Oops. Here, because of the tactic, you win the queen. Something like this. And you can see a gigantic jump now, plus 20, as if you're up 2 queens. Totally winning. When you see this engine number, it's as if you don't need to judge anymore because you know you can just say white is totally winning. Turn it off. Here, back to the game. King h8, push the pawn, queen f7, and here's a key moment, going d6. Just crashing through. Crashing through, plus 5.5. If you don't take it, here, it's even more winning. Watch. You can see it says plus 6. If you don't take it, if you played a random move, now it's plus 16, plus 24, as if you're up 2 queens and a knight and a pawn, because you've got 2 queens coming. Now here we don't really need to judge anymore. We can just say black is totally lost. If you move the rook away, I can push either one, get a queen. You see, that's the new evaluation we've seen today. #5 is going to be made pretty soon. All right, let's get back to the game. Let's turn it off here. Take. Okay, we come in. You can't do this because of this nice tactic. All right. The queen moves. We take the rook, and now total domination. The queen comes in. Here's a funny moment. Watch this. If you count the pawns, it's level, 5 each. Queen and rook each. But I can't believe this. Except you can. White is up a queen. But he isn't. Yes, he is. The black queen can't move. That's why when you look at the engine, it says +10. It's like you're up a queen and a pawn. In reality, if you count the material, it's level. But the black queen can't move, so that's why the engine says it's as if you're totally winning. Let's turn it off. Let's see the rest, guys. Here, cool moment. We do the blue arrow first. Rook here, attack the pawn, and then you switch around. Really clever idea from Ding. You're going to come in, you're going to win. Okay, rook hits the queen. Let's finish it off, guys. Check. Take the pawn with check. Check. Flash the king out. And here we go. I'm going to turn on the engine once more just to show you a really cool finish here. Totally winning, as if you're up 5 queens. And there's truth to that. There's almost no need to turn on the engine, because when you get experience, you can just say black is just totally lost. The king has no safe spot. You've also got a future queen. The rook can join the party. Really cool move here. It's actually option 2 that was played by Ding. Queen f8. That's really cool, isn't it? Really cool move. And if I go rook g8, just want to show you, rook d8 is so fancy. Because if you take like this. X-ray. Mate in 20, whatever. We can just say white is totally winning. Here, I just wanted to show you, this is another cool moment. Here, I want to go check. The king moves, and I want to take the queen. Watch this. So +8, and here it's still +7, +8. We're totally winning. Cool. Just wanted to show you this really nice tactic, because you just temporarily give up your queen for the rook, and then you force it home. And if I'm not sure, you can see I've kept the engine on, and then just tested myself. Oh yeah, it's still the same. I'm still totally winning. +8. So in this moment, after this really cool move, queen f8, let's turn it off. Ding Liren won. So at the moment in the match, it is 4-4. But to be honest with you, the important thing is, the reason that you are still watching this video is I hope I've taught you how to use the chess engine. Turn it on when you have a question, but then turn it back off. Then keep playing through a game, and in certain moments turn it on, check the top line or the second line or the third line, and then keep asking questions. Let me know in the comments. Did you find this video useful?